Hello.
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 Hello. Oh, I need to share it again. Did we die in this game?
Oh. Well, since you haven't started the new bingo round yet, I can really quickly ha 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 ha.
That's a good question.
You think we're not counting that?
That's a good question.
We don't have to count it.
I actually didn't know if you want to start one or not. It just seemed like
Yes, we gotta
yeah.
wait. There are no winners from the last.
Yeah. This I think everyone had a comparably bad board. I did. Like, I have so many spaces, and I'm still like 2 or 3 away in every direction or more.
All right, we'll start a new one.
Ridiculous.
Okay.
Oh, nice. I forgot that you added that as an event.
Which one?
My middle is we have to hunt the pixels. I like that one, and I like that it's right in the middle.
Okay, so oh, we can purchase music.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay, this is the director's cut, and I think it's like a remaster of this game. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, honestly, literally the only thing I know about is that it's going to be included in just about every list of the top 10 point-and-click adventure games.
Oh, okay, so we're in for a treat.
Apparently.
This sounds like feudal Japan to me.
See, for me, I was so confused because I thought you somehow coincidentally had a Valheim background playing. Because you can kind of hear it. Well, the moment I said something, now it sounds more jazzy.
Okay, so I guess let's just start.
Paris.
Paris.
City of love, romance, and dreams. So they say.
Expecting Paris.
I used to say it too. But ever since that day, the day of the murder, I've always associated my beloved Paris with death.
This is an interesting animation style.
Yeah.
I wonder if the game itself is actually French.
I don't know. I wasn't expecting like modern day. I thought this was gonna be like, I don't know.
Pixelies?
No, I mean like it's like Paris. Like
I was at home having a bath.
Yeah,
when my
that's
editor
weird.
called.
Caller,
but with
get
those
your ass
phones,
over
it's
to the
not
Palais Royale now.
today.
You got an interview.
Get your ass over
Pierre
here.
Carchon. Yes, the Pierre Carchon. No photos, so leave your gear at home. He asked for you personally. Don't ask me why. Anyhow, this could be big, so if he makes a pass, don't forget. Just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes.
So charming and so very apt. Pierre Carchon was a media king, a national hero, and one of the most infamous adulterers in Europe. He and his wife Imelda were just one step down from royalty. Whoa, I hate mimes, but unless you humor them, they don't go away. Here I was.
I wonder if he's evil.
The palace of the media king.
I mean, he's a mime. Of course,
the
he's
ice
evil.
Queen. I pressed the doorbell and set in motion a chain of events which would change my life forever.
Subtle.
Yes? What is it?
Madame, my name is Nico Collard. I'm here to see Monsieur Carchon.
Come up. We're on the first floor.
Wait, is that the mime? He has a real ladder.
Madame
He's not going to
Carchon,
climb
it's
a
a
fake
pleasure
one?
to meet you.
Yes, I'm sure.
The Ice Queen was certainly living up to her reputation.
That's a...
That is
wow.
not how. That's not how you
Will you
use
be
those on
staying
so
for the
many
interview?
levels.
Mademoiselle, I know little of my husband's business affairs.
You
and
didn't even
I
have to do the
care
SpongeBob
even
thing.
less.
Like draw the
I
whole...
certainly have no intention of watching him pore over yet another pretty little journalist.
Pretty. You're too kind, madame.
Ah, the talented and very beautiful Mademoiselle Collard. Such a pleasure to meet you at last.
Monsieur Carchon, I am honored.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Call me Pierre, please. But I do not flatter you idly. I was a friend of your father. He was a great man.
My father, he never mentioned.
He and I were
Hey,
very
curse blessing.
close. And then his death. So tragic. I must... Imelda, your damned cat's in my study again. Another Ming vase, I suppose. Excuse me for one moment, my dear girl.
That was a murder.
You journalists are getting younger each year.
Perhaps it's the rest of the world getting older, madame. That was no cat. My God, what? Monsieur Carchon!
Wow.
He's dead. I must call the police. You'd better stay here.
There was a man. It was the mime. Do you think he...
Well, I believe we can rule out suicide, don't you?
No wonder they called her the Ice Queen. She would have been top of my list of suspects if I hadn't seen the attacker myself.
Well, I mean, she could have
And
hired
if
him.
I hadn't come across a couple of murders just like this already. One of the most important men in Europe murdered. And here was I, Nico Collard, alone at the scene of the crime. Should I wait for the cops? Or start my own investigation? It was a no-brainer.
All right. So I wasn't expecting a murder mystery sort of thing. Move the mouse pointer around the screen to discover areas of interest, which will be indicated by an animated circle. When the pointer passes over an object with which you can interact, it will change to an animating icon reflecting the available action. Press the left mouse button to perform that action. Click on the briefcase icon to open your inventory. The dairy icon to access the dairy. Question mark to get puzzle hints. Spanner icon to save and restore and adjust settings. Okay. Cool.
Banner.
Spanner?
Banner.
The wrench. I'm gonna crank this down just a little bit. Okay. Save. Spanish. Okay. So I don't know if this version is different looking than the original or older version. This is like a 2010 version of the game that's on Steam. So maybe it looks different than the one you played, or maybe not. Anything in our... No, we don't have anything in our briefcase. Or attaché case.
Holy
Well,
crap.
it's for
Is it
ants.
just me? Okay, it's not just me.
I think also what I'm going to do, since this... I think we can adjust the window and we'll do that. Let's bring that in.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ticket.
Do that. All right. That's pretty good. Okay. Yep. This is still gonna be really hard for me to read. Is there like a...
Relaxing in Bath when I was disturbed by a phone call from my editor, Ronnie. Oh, Ronnie. We all love Ronnie. He asked me to interview Pierre Cauchon, media tycoon and serial philanderer. On the case like a shot. Yeah, I'm actually not going to read this.
Okay. Creepy mime outside the Cauchon's apartment. Mademoiselle Cauchon, cold as ice, willing to sacrifice her love. Monsieur Cauchon, suave and charming, living up to his reputation, played along with his flirtation. Wait, are we rhyming here? The sound of a vase smashing, and Monsieur Cauchon went to investigate. A gunshot. I rushed to the room and found Mime. I found Mime standing over Cauchon's body. Mime beckoned. As I walked to him, he punched me. Knocked me out. Yeah, this is for ants.
What's weird is the spaces between them are so big. I feel like this was supposed to use a different font and or something got stretched differently.
Yeah. Came to, found Imelda distraught. Almost feel sorry for her. Must get to the bottom of the story before the police arrive. This is the break that I have waited for. Okay. We can nudge him with the magnifying glass.
Poke the body. Poke the body.
Mimes and guns don't usually go together, but I had an idea that this was no ordinary mime. Come across this murderer before and written about him. The costume killer. At least that's what I called him.
He's not always a mime, huh?
What's up beside his head?
On the that. Peach.
It was one of my hair clips.
My
favorite, in fact. It must have
Oh.
fallen when I was knocked down.
Which means we're going to be picking a lock later.
Also, we're tampering with the crime scene.
Well, you're going to steal his nose. Literally.
It was the least I could do for the poor fellow.
Oh, I thought we were going to do... I don't know what I was expecting there.
I found nothing in his
Some people
sinuses.
hate searching corpses for clues. Me, I'm okay with it. Reminds me of an old boyfriend.
So, the manner of this gunshot wound, it's behind his jacket without a hole in the jacket. Does that mean the mime was right up on him and put the gun under his jacket, or was his jacket open?
Well, it's probably just open. I'm more wondering how he got shot without getting a hole in his shirt.
Ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. Taking the ticket meant I tampered with the evidence. There was no going back now.
So we're aware of this. We're very cognizant of the crimes we're committing. We just don't care.
Yeah.
That's actually better.
To use an inventory item on a background object, click on that item and hold the mouse button. While continuing to hold mouse button, drag the item over a hotspot and release when it highlights with a gold outline.
Oof, I am not a fan of draggies. Mind you, I'm not the one doing it, so.
Hold in and drag. Okay. Let's pick at his wounds.
No.
No. What is this?
What's the ticket again?
A boat ticket.
When I
Bateau
was
de
a
la
little girl, Papa used
Conciergerie.
to take me on the Bateau Mouche as a treat.
The Bateau Mouche. Okay. Nothing else here?
Are we both ready to exercise our very bad French accents?
I wasn't expecting French
A
today.
bust of Pierre Cauchon, humble servant of La France.
La France. Anything else? There's books.
The bookcase was filled with obscure first editions. Pierre Carchon again. His eyes seem to follow me around the room.
Wait, so he has a bust of himself. Wait, is that another one of the same thing on the right side?
What, this one?
Yeah. So wait, he has 2 statues to himself.
This was Pierre. Is this also Pierre?
A bust of Pierre Carchon.
It is. Okay. Yeah. Unless it's
And
like
that's-
Pierre Jr.
And, who needs to be watching himself? Watching himself?
Rich people.
That's actually yeah, okay.
Can we
Is
look
there-
out the window?
Yeah, we'll have to be able to.
Oh, we have to
because
look
this
at
is where he
the
left.
circle. Yeah, how he got in and out.
Ah,
A
yes.
small round piece of glass had been cut out of the pane. This was a professional job.
And is that debris of the vase in the ground there?
There's debris of. Yeah, where is the vase? Where was it?
Well, I'm assuming that's what that is down there.
This. I thought it was
Yeah.
this glass from the window that shattered when the circle fell out. Fell in.
That's actually a really good question. Why did he need to drop a vase when, in theory, he could have just dropped that pane of glass?
Yeah. Also, wouldn't that pane of glass made a noise anyway?
See, that's
Oh.
part of why I was assuming that was the vase, is because it's not actually.
Yeah, I don't think the vase is even in here. Maybe it's on the other side of the room, and we're not supposed to really care.
So,
Yeah.
can you separately look at the hole itself?
Yes.
I didn't want to cut myself and leave blood on the glass. Call me old-fashioned, but I like to keep my DNA to myself. The killer must have used a ladder to reach the window. He was long gone. Guess he folded that ladder up, popped it in his pocket, and took it with him.
Why is there a full door to just?
Nothing.
Yes.
All right, we can double click to move
The
fast.
police could turn up at any minute. Somewhere there were clues to the murder, and I needed to find them.
Why would we assume there's any clues further in?
I don't know.
I reckoned that cloth might just turn out to be useful.
Is that a hole?
Even my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole.
A hairpin
Yeah.
will.
Aha! Nico, you are just so damn good at this stuff.
Is that a flashlight?
Instead of comforting Imelda, I was ransacking her flat. Why? Because there was something going on here, and I had to get answers before the cops arrived. And hey, she'd been rude to me, so she had it coming.
She didn't like her husband flirting with you.
A key. Maybe
Oh,
a
it's a
safe
key.
key.
No, I guess we're just gonna leave it open, huh? No, okay.
It was a tube of acrylic paint. French ultramarine. Just the color I was after for my bathroom.
I'm sorry, I have to go. Someone is...
Young lady, what are you doing? Oh,
Taking your
this
stuff.
paint. It's my favorite color.
For God's sake, keep the damn stuff.
Imelda had talent, but I certainly wasn't going to tell her that. A medieval pageant. Original, no doubt. The tapestry must have cost a fortune. Excuse me, madame.
Yes?
Oh.
I am so sorry for your loss, madame.
No, you're not. You're a journalist. Journalists don't feel sorry.
Not true.
We shall see.
How did your husband know my father?
I have no idea.
You didn't know him? Thierry Coulard.
Pierre knew a lot of people I didn't know, most of them women.
Ooh.
Why would a mime want to kill your husband?
Pierre had plenty of enemies. Half the husbands in Paris for a start.
We could ask about the safe key, but I don't know if you want to reveal that we have it.
Right. What the ticket, maybe?
Oh, that's a good one.
So, her husband took secret boat trips. Did she really need to see the ticket?
I mean, we're probably not going to show it. We could click it and it's probably not going to show it anyway.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
last
probably
thing
safe
she
then.
needed to talk about was paint. You're upset, madame. Please take this.
Oh,
Oh,
That is the lace cloth from the table. What can you be thinking?
why'd you take the lace cloth from the table?
Would you like to see my favorite hair clip?
What a ridiculous question. Of course not.
Another time, I guess. Imelda might not have been so cool with me poking around if I'd shown her the key I'd found.
Right.
Why did your husband send for me? What did he want to discuss?
I have no idea. His business was his business.
He never told you anything.
No, and frankly, I preferred it that way. This is quite a scoop for you. I suppose you're already inventing the headlines.
Just because I am a journalist.
Don't patronize me. You're all cut from the same cloth. Do you have any moral sense at all?
Ooh. We can be good or bad. I can be your angle or your devil.
I would suggest angle.
That's why I do this job.
You do it to see your name in print.
As if my editor gets the byline, I just do the work.
Well, don't expect my sympathy.
The police will be here soon, madame. Is there anybody you would like me to contact? Family, friends?
No, I have no family. Pierre and I were... He was all I had, really. Not much, was it? The dutiful wife. That was my role. He never talked, never let me in.
I know one thing, madame.
What?
If you want to find out who killed your husband, then you let me do the job, not the police.
Why? How do I know I can trust you?
Your husband invited me here today because he needed me. I think he knew somebody wanted to kill him, and he knew I could help.
I doubt it was your database he was after.
You're wrong. I was onto his killers already, I am sure of it. Please, you owe it to him.
I don't know.
All I need is a few more minutes to look around before the police come.
You really do have a moral sense, don't you? I trust so few people. And perhaps Pierre really did think that you could help. Of course it wouldn't have stopped him seducing you too. Here, take this. It's the key to the drawing room next to the library at the end of the hall. It was Pierre's room. I rarely went in there. I couldn't. I was too scared of what I might find.
Thank you.
Robots.
I promise you won't regret this.
Robots? There are robots in there?
Probably scary robots.
Why are these bouncing? I guess it means new item.
It was the drawing room key.
Mime beckoned as I walked to him. He punched me, knocked me out. Came to find Imelda distraught. Almost feel sorry for her. Must get to the bottom of the story before the police arrives. The break I've waited for. Imelda doesn't trust me very much. Fortunately, she has chosen to let me investigate her husband's murder. Is there like a walk speed? Guess not.
Probably not if it lets you double click to go faster.
I mean, it's not double click to go faster, it's double click to advance to the next area.
Yeah.
Oh, or maybe not.
So-
Maybe I was wrong.
The door was
Oh,
locked.
it's because you gotta use the key.
So is that the door or is it the left
Yeah.
door?
Oh, this is where the murder
Now we
happens.
were getting somewhere.
I'm at the left.
Left. I think the left is just the way in to
Oh, right.
the way we came in. Light switch.
I didn't need the lights on. It was light enough already. The painting showed the Cachons together, in love. As the poet said, the past is a different country. Or did I read that in a fortune cookie? The painting was attached firmly to the wall.
There's a button. That's a button.
Yeah.
There was the very faintest of clicks.
What did that do? Oh, Wait,
Behind the picture.
that's a
was the
bingo
safe.
event.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, this is the safe key. There's also a combo.
Not gonna lie, I did not think that event was actually ever going to come up.
In the safe was some kind of artifact. There were strange symbols on its surface. It looked like the printer's blocks
Oh.
I'd made at art school. If there was one thing I'd learned about symbols, they are always important. But these symbols scratched into stone were impossible to
We need
read.
to imprint
I
it
needed
somewhere.
to find a way of printing them. At least the stone was round. But what could I use for ink? And what could I print on? Sure, I was stealing, but I knew Imelda didn't know about the artifact, and Carchon was past carrying. The artifact was like an old printer's block, covered in symbols.
I mean, there's paintings and tapestries. There's a whole bunch of things to print on.
Yeah,
Oh, that looks like it might be paper on the desk.
maybe.
This wasn't the time for me to lie on the sofa doing my Marie Antoinette impression, though it is very popular at parties, especially with gay guys. Don't ask me why.
Does that count as showing politically correct?
No, I think it's fine.
As expected, the desk was yet another priceless antique. Yawn. The blotter and in tray had clearly been placed with mathematical precision. I didn't want to take the tray, but I knew that I could use it.
So we're going to be using that for printing.
Yeah, is it
Or
empty?
the ink.
I
Empty?
didn't need a sheet of blotting paper.
Oh.
Not while it was blank.
So yeah, we're gonna do the printing here,
My
obviously.
heart skipped a beat. It was a carved elephant. But not just any carved elephant. It had been made by my father. I knew for certain because in my apartment I had its exact twin, carved into a box he had made. So Carchon had known my father. They really must have been friends. I decided to take the carved elephant. It clearly meant nothing to Imelda.
There's something inside. We gotta smash it. No, it's carved wood, I guess.
I mean, maybe
yeah.
there's wood inside it.
Rolling the cylinder in the tray for no good reason would be just plain silly.
So
We
we
need
gotta
to find some.
fill it.
Oh! I wonder if you can put paint in there.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I forgot about the paint.
I'd spread blue paint over the bottom of the tray. It was ruined. I was a very bad girl, but also quite a clever one.
Très mauvaise. But what if we didn't want to use blue?
I rolled the artifact in the paint until it was completely coated.
Oh.
Genius! The roller and the paint worked just as I planned, but what did it say?
Subjudice? This.
So that's SDSSDSS.
It was some kind of coded message. It read, subjudice. I may not have learned a lot as a journalist,
Subjudice.
but that was a term I knew well. It means a legal case that is before the courts. Below it was a sequence of letters that made no sense. I suddenly
Subjudice.
realized
Okay, as in
there was a
judiciary.
connection between the boat ticket and the coded message. The boat ticket was stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. The Conciergerie on the Ile de la Cité, by the river, housed the ancient law courts. So, subjudice could in this case mean literally under the law courts, below the Conciergerie. I was pretty sure I'd found all I could here. And besides, all this opulence was making me pine for my regular life of poverty. This was a huge story. It was also one heck of a puzzle with a lot of pieces missing. But I was going to crack it. And if I could just remember the name of that fancy prize you get for being an ace journalist, I was definitely going to win it this time.
Like the Nobel Peace Prize for journalism?
Definitely that. And then we do some scientific discoveries for a good Pulitzer.
It's just checking to see if
So
there's anything else here.
Oh, this is so stupid.
I didn't need to take the leather holder with me.
Can we
An
like smush
antique
that
tray
or
with paint
or-
spread all over it.
Smush
Or-
it?
Not a lot I could do with that.
well, I just feel like this is the key to like a secret thing, and all I'm thinking of is remember what was the first Indiana Jones movie? Raiders?
Yeah.
And the guy has the basically the map burned on his skin, and that's how he follows them. I feel like if we leave this secret code here, an imprint of it in there, someone's gonna use this to follow us.
Like, we could just like...
No.
But I guess maybe it's just not legible, even though it's there.
Well, I feel like we can't do anything about it. I just
It's like more paint.
There wasn't enough paint left in the tube.
Okay. Yeah.
just lick it off. It's probably tasty lead.
Locked. Not surprising, really. It didn't work, but I
Okay.
guess it would have been surprising if it had.
Well, not too surprising. Sometimes
Yeah,
keys work to multiple doors.
Well, especially 2 doors for the same room.
I think we're done here.
I mean, probably they just said that we've done everything. Oh,
So
don't forget to put the key on the table.
We're gonna put it back. Can we? No, I don't think we care.
I would just want to be able to ask why there could keys.
A
on the
magnificent
table.
antique table.
Did you find anything useful?
This carving. Do you know anything about it?
It was Pierre's. What does the statue have to do with...
Please, I need to know.
He was given it by a friend. Something to do with Africa.
He never explained any more.
No. But I think it was important to him. Always on display. Why?
It was carved by my father.
Oh, I see. I didn't know.
Imelda, I will do everything I can to find the killer.
Thank you, my dear.
And if the police ask,
Don't worry. You were never here.
sub judice was the key. I was going to have to find a way under the conciergerie. I decided to head straight for the quayside on the Ile de la Cité. If there was a way of getting under the conciergerie, it would have to be from there.
Ile de la Cité. Une heure.
Canchon wasn't
Later.
the type for messing about on the river. He was up to something down here.
1 hour
Something
later.
that got him killed.
Boat.
An old boyfriend of mine owned a barge once. Dampest relationship I ever had. In every way. The
Giggity.
conciergerie. Former royal palace, prison and law courts. And also home to the busiest guillotine in the French Revolution.
Cool.
The fence wouldn't move. This
Oh. Didn't mean to skip that, but not important. That one looks open.
Before you get to there, oh sorry.
the cross looked familiar. I'd seen it before. It was embroidered on the lace cloth I'd picked up at Carchon's apartment.
Oh.
I knew I was on the right track.
Before you look there, to the left of the, no, right in front of you. You're standing in front of right now.
The stairs?
No, just to the left of the stairs. Is that something just to the left of the stairs? Or is that just a bit of the brick? Right there.
That.
Okay, just a brick. Okay. Ignore me.
But there is something up here.
It was the old boathouse for the
Oh.
conciergerie. If I was right about the meaning of subjudice, then the answer had to lie somewhere here on the quayside.
And then the stairs? I'm assuming we
I
don't.
wasn't leaving.
Okay, yeah. We have to use our
Tried pushing the
augment.
fence, but it wouldn't move.
Hmm.
A strange pair of
Oh.
locks stopped the latches from releasing the gate.
Oh,
Haha.
it's a lock that's just a puzzle. To move a block, click on it and drag horizontally or vertically along the appropriate axis.
You know,
Okay.
it's like on the one hand, I absolutely hate when this is a thing because it's so implausible. On the other hand, I totally want a lock that works exactly this way.
So I think this has to move over here.
Oh, okay, not what I was thinking, but yeah, that makes more sense.
Well, no, let's see. This, we have to slide this over here. So what we have to do
Yeah.
is move this piece down here. So this piece can stay here. We got to get, we can't slide sideways, of course. We have to slide these down. Maybe. And then, let's see, this one. So we can slide this, slide that, slide this, that,
Aren't you fancy?
this. And then, hang on, maybe not. This has to go like that, right? Wait, no. Maybe? This can go here. Does this has to go down further, so to do that we gotta, can't slide sideways. Does this have to go back up? Wait, no. Then we can move this. Am I going backwards again? I feel like I'm undoing a bunch of stuff.
That's a good
Side note,
question.
for future bingo games, we're definitely going to have to add slide puzzles or Rubik's Cubes. Or...
All right, we got this to move now.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Okay, we're good. We got it.
Yes. One
I have
down,
no idea how
one
you
to
did that,
go.
but okay.
Hey, I think it's kind of working backwards. That's the way you do it.
Yeah, in theory, I know how, but in practice.
Yeah. So like, this piece has to move. It can't move. It has to be down at the end. Up's not going to be enough.
Right.
So we have to move this piece to free this piece. So to move this piece, we have to move these pieces. To move these pieces, we have to move this piece. So we have to move this piece. That. And then... let's see. Trying to think of maybe this. So I think, let me just back up a minute here. So we gotta move. Let me just put this back the way it was for a second. We gotta move these pieces. To move these pieces, we gotta move this. This has to go all the way right at some point. Which means, okay, I think I got it. But this piece is in the way. So to get this piece to move out of the way. Oh, we might have to do this. Oh.
And then if you move the... No, wait, no.
There. So I think this piece has to go in between these two pieces at some point. Wait. This might have to go up. Can I get this to go up? Just back up here. No, I can't. So this has to... Huh. Okay. I think this piece has to get up here somehow. Wait a minute. Let's just do this. This back up here. No, that's not going to work, is it? Unless... Because this can't advance here with this here, but I felt like this had to be up here. Maybe it doesn't have to be up here. Unless... This one's a little harder. Hang on, let's get these down.
Just for ha-has, can you just do something just so I can visualize this?
Sure.
Can you move the top left one all the way to the right?
Like that?
Yeah, and can you move... Oh, actually, not all the way. One space in, I guess. Basically, because the one that's currently beside the lug, I want to move to the top. So...
This one?
No, the other one.
This
The
one?
other side. Yeah, so I want that all the way to the top. So if you can just make one more space for it.
Like that.
Yeah, and move all the way. And then the one below the lug, can you slide it to the right? And then move the one that you just freed all the way down, and then put that
Yeah.
back again.
So just like go back.
And oh, I feel like
Oh,
this
wait a
is
minute.
making
Yeah,
progress.
this is great. This is exactly what we need. Because I wanted to get this up here.
Okay.
And now that it's up there, that helps move.
Oh crap! I think that of the row of three at the bottom, I think the third one has to be at the top.
Yeah.
So that's not possible. Oh no, that's not possible though.
Yeah. Wait a
This
minute.
is so confusing. Oh.
Okay, so now we gotta... Yeah, so this can go up here to get this out of the way. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I knew what had to happen. It just had to get to the right steps to do it. Because I knew this had to go in between these two at some point.
I was watching you, and I still have no
Nothing
idea
like
how
a
you did
good
that.
convent education for honing
Well,
your
what you told me to do
skills.
helped a lot because I wasn't sure how to get this piece up. And then what you said
Yeah.
got me to get that piece up. Cool.
What works? Team works. Why do I say that? I feel like that's
For
from
a room
something.
full of junk, that was one very sophisticated lock system. This
That
place
looks like a
was
perfectly good boat.
definitely fishy, in more ways than one.
Ah, fishy.
Oops.
Oh,
An old shell case. I wondered what that was doing there.
a shotgun shell? Yeah.
The brass case was smooth and perfectly round.
Why did they make a twinkly sound?
The brass case was...
Ah, the French. So fond of all their guns.
Ah, the
Moving
French
stick would only damage your hand.
champagne. The French.
The words? Sinister. and
Oh,
Dexter.
SD. What
and
was it?
carved on either side.
SDS,
Now, any
SDS.
good convent girl
Yes.
like me knows the old Roman for left, right, left, right. But what did it mean here?
So it was Sinister, Dexter, Sinister, Sinister, Dexter, Sinister, Sinister.
Yeah. I'm just. How does this work? Is it just these buttons
Nothing
here?
happened.
Yeah, so now right,
It's a.
Nothing happened.
and then left, left,
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
and then right, left, left. But my
Nothing
guess is
happened.
we have to put the shell casing in for this to actually work. But I'm just
Nothing
curious if it
happened.
works anyways.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on with the big hole
The
here.
hole was too
Yeah.
small.
Okay, so let's jam it in the hole.
That didn't go in there? Really? Maybe we put the... Oh, yeah. Good thinking, yeah. Weird.
Mystery solved. Carchon's stone cylinder slotted into the hole with a satisfying click.
So I guess that's why it had those notches on it, is it's essentially also a key for this mechanism.
A satisfying click told me I turned it to the right position. It felt like tumblers in a safe. Another click. Another step closer.
Are we gonna comment every time?
I
Nice.
love the sound of locks clicking open.
Assuming we can't take it back. Or maybe we can.
I removed the stone cylinder.
Ooh.
Oh my god! The
It's a
slab
trap.
came down with a hell of a force.
Oh, I see.
No. Lifting the cross closed the
Interesting.
entrance door and also opened some kind of stone panel. Ingenious.
Oh,
If I was going to get a closer look at the panel,
okay. Can we like jam the shell in it somehow?
Well, I mean, the panel, when it opens up, it looks like there's a hole in there. I'm guessing the shell is for.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's some sort of a rod or something in the last room.
Maybe. Wait, there's like a doormat? Something?
ut lex vel ut next sumito. To the law or unto death, submit. I guess these people didn't believe in liberté, égalité, or fraternité. Yes, I'll admit it. I was a swot at school. I also wore lipstick and the nuns never knew.
Break a plank off?
Moving the skiff would only damage.
That's the point. Maybe we do just jam something else in. Oh, yeah. Ah,
The stone cross was propped up. Now I was getting somewhere.
so that was like the intended use.
I touched the slot. Nothing bad happened, which was good. I've always been attached to my fingers. This slot was designed for something specific. But what? Shame. The shell case was too wide.
The save key? No? This key.
Bobby pin.
Elephant. Maybe it's just bobby pin. No?
I touched the slot, which was good. This...
But what? Nothing we have fits?
It was the beautiful elephant my father had carved.
What do we do?
I touched the slot, which was... This...
It's a slot. Nothing goes in it.
Put the ticket in it.
The ticket in it?
What's that slot?
Yeah. Is there something else in this room?
No way would I be able to...
It can't be the cylinder because it's under the cross.
I took the stones...
Unless we can somehow... No. There's only one thing to interact with. Is there something else out here?
I wasn't... The cross looked familiar. The brass case was smooth and perfectly round. No. 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 No.
It's not going to be just out here, right?
I wasn't...
We can't leave.
Is there anything you can do with the grating you're standing on?
Oh.
I really didn't want to pull the fence back up and risk trapping myself in this place.
Well. There's really nothing else that goes here,
This
right?
wouldn't hold the cross up. But I was on the right track. I needed to use something sturdier.
Yeah, I mean, it's only going to be this. It can't be, like, I think I tried this and it just, oh, last time I did that, it just put it back down. So it just goes in there, okay. I thought that wasn't it because I
The artifact
tried that
slotted
before.
into the hole perfectly. Behind the old walls, I could hear some kind of mechanism groaning into life, but whatever had been triggered had now jammed. I removed the shell case. The cross didn't drop back down. Some kind of mechanism was holding it up.
Weird.
It looked like something moved to the left.
Oh.
The gap was too thin for me to get a grip. I needed something thin enough to prise the door open. I was going to need something a lot stronger than a hair clip to...
Okay.
The gap was too narrow. I needed something flatter to work into it.
Flat. Flat and sturdy. Sometimes she just shrugs. The ticket's not going to be sturdy. Can we take this back? And it's not going to be flat enough. Had a feeling. Oh, you know what to do. You know what to do. Like everything moves super slow. So flat and sturdy.
Just for ha-has, can you try something?
Yeah,
I mean, after you try whatever you want to try.
I was gonna try the elephant. Both flat and sturdy.
This
Maybe-
is a little...
Oh, maybe we can
I removed
smash
the shell
the
case.
shell.
Well, see, that's what I was wondering. Is I was wondering if you could raise the door,
Oh,
somehow put something under it, lower the door onto it, and go flat, flat, flat.
Yes.
I wouldn't think so.
Yes. Because we can
I
target
don't-
the. And it's the reason why the rod also fits under there.
Maybe you can then.
But I mean, is it still good to use this to hold the cross up? Probably.
You just use the hand on directly to
I know.
raise it. Yeah.
I just wish the game would.
Now, in theory, we could go grab that.
The stone slab had flattened one end of
One end. Okay. Perfect.
Yep, that's nice.
I keep thinking you could just do that, but you gotta raise it first. No. This. Oh, you did say just for ha-has earlier, didn't you?
I removed the shell case.
I think you mean the super sturdy brass pry bar, because brass is so strong.
Put your finger in it and just like lift. So it's just strong enough.
Another good use for a shell case. Another secret room. Somebody had something to hide. But was it what I was looking for?
What are we actually looking for?
I don't think we know.
There's something blinking back there.
I can't do anything yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's doing her own
Through
thing.
the darkness, I could see that this was a stateroom. But for what purpose? And how did
Weird.
it tie in with Carchon?
Is there a light switch?
So you just see where the blinking was, though, right?
Yeah.
Amazing! The thing still worked. The room lit up bright as day.
Okay.
That wasn't going to help. A door like that always has something important behind it. I had to find a way to unlock it.
Just another key somewhere.
I wasn't going to find anything in this old desk. It hadn't been used for years.
Well, I mean, you should still open it. Look at each of these.
The flags had faded, but their message was still pretty clear.
What's the message?
fascist regalia.
Ah,
A message of hate.
thanks for answering. I thought she was done.
The flags.
My guess is that the original version of this probably had something a little
Fascist
more
Oh, you mean
direct on it.
swastikas?
What? Not
The flags
necessarily
have
though.
faded.
There's like one or two other symbols that are also like banned that you sometimes see
Fascist.
in old games. I want to say there's like some sort of like an iron eagle or something like that.
Oh.
Inside the drawer, I found a note written in some kind of code.
Python?
Oh boy, can't wait.
It was pretty clear from the lack of dust that someone had been working very recently at this desk.
Tour déguisé le justicier du...
So I'm just assuming that Tour is
secret.
murderer.
Tour
Would have to be considering Tue as to kill.
killer.
So disguise killer.
Disguise killer, the justice of 21st East.
I do not remember what a siècle is. Or
Siècle?
siècle. La police n'est tout rapport avec the tueur déguisé.
Disguise killer.
I'm assuming the police have no leads on the disguise killer.
Yeah.
Why the authorities don't was it recognize the crimes?
Don't investigate
Thank
the
you.
crimes of the disguise killer. And that is two men. I can't read that one.
Defer
Assassiné. Rome.
Rome, attaqué par un tueur déguisé, simple constant ou meurtre en série.
Serial murders.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe it'll translate for us if I click.
This was the article I'd written about the costume killer.
Oh, he
My
wrote these.
suspicions were right.
So we should know.
Had cut it out. 2 businessmen had been killed. One in Italy, one in Japan. In each case, the killer had worn a costume, a penguin, and then a snowman. But that wasn't the only link between the 2 murders. Both the victims had been big media do-gooders, and I proved they were just the opposite. So, how did they fit in with Carchon?
Wait. Before we get any further, here we're going through Paris, and so a mime vaguely fits in. In what context was someone walking around dressed like a penguin and didn't arise any suspicions whatsoever?
Maybe
was
it
this like a
was
Linux convention?
An anime penguin? What was the other one? The snowman? Maybe,
What the heck?
maybe it was like in Italy around Christmas time. I don't know.
But dressed like a... Unless it was like a Linux thing. I do not believe this. I feel like... no. Wait, this is the 90s when this came out, wasn't it? I don't think Linux was a thing then. So how do you walk around dressed like a... I'm assuming that the killer is actually a furry.
Sometimes. Well, actually, none of those are furry.
I'm sure there's other words if it's a bird, and I'm sure I prefer not knowing what that is.
Feathery.
No.
My article's
just no.
about the costume killer.
Reptiles are scalies.
I
My
don't want to
article's
know if you're
about the
making this up or
costume
not.
No, I think that's real.
My article's about the costume killer.
Okay.
Oh
I
my
was happier
God.
not knowing.
The sheet was a printout with my personal information. Everything from my favorite food to my waist size. They were right about chocolate. But come on, guys. I'm a size 10. There was even a picture of me, taken with a telephoto lens. Carchon wouldn't have taken these pictures himself. This was big and organized. I was part of it. And people were getting murdered.
In what context would your waist size possibly be useful? If they wanted to kill you by having you accidentally fall down a manhole?
Or if they need to know like what kind of areas you can fit in to sneak around. I don't know.
We're gonna lure her into the Hall of Mirrors. Wait, that was made a while ago, and I don't know. People were a little lighter then.
Or I don't know. In Carchan's safe, found a stone cylinder, symbols, carbon, blah blah. We know. Okay. Wait, there's more. I don't think we really need to read all these. If we get stuck, maybe, but
The dregs
Snide
at the
comments
bottom of
aside,
the
I
mud
am
hadn't
finding this
dried out
interesting.
or gone
Mhm.
mouldy. It wasn't more than a day old.
oh.
Does coffee get moldy?
I guess if you leave just like I don't know.
The congealed coffee wasn't appealing.
Wonder
Does
if
coffee
it's-
congeal?
Maybe that's not the right word. I
I
wonder
feel
if
like I
it's-
should.
or- I was gonna say I wonder if it's Kobayashi porcelain. Is that everything?
Okay, in the upper left corner, is that a spider web or or like a dream catcher?
It's a spider web. Spiders.
Why is it black? Actually,
Sh-
that's
shadow.
possible. I think I have seen black ones if there were candle nearby. Oh, this is neat.
Ooh, yay! Ciphers. The note
Oh.
has been written using a substitution cipher. This means that a different symbol has been used to represent each letter of the alphabet. These are fun. To correct the code, you must correctly match all the symbols. Blah, blah, blah. Hide the symbol, then highlight the corresponding... Oh, it's going to be nice to us. Make a mistake, click on the go back button. Okay. So
I didn't see all the instructions. How's this gonna work?
so we can like highlight things to like change them. So this could be like is. Are those S's? No.
Well, here's the thing. The word
Three-letter
right below it, whatever it is, has a double letter in it.
Sorry, what has double letter in it?
So, what you thought might be is, look right below it.
Yeah. So ass.
If it was is,
no, is and is. Yeah, you're right.
it could be in, as in like a tavern. It could
Yeah,
be
it could be in and in.
the.
Yeah, that can't be the.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, we can try like I is. This one.
It'd be roughly the bottom. Yeah. The word right before it probably doesn't end with the. Oh, it's two. It's 2 and 2.
Huh?
As in TO and TOO.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, TO and TOO.
That's a Q.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, it's a weird font.
Off there.
Fourth. Yeah, there you go. That could be at least, and that would be something like not about. So I bet you that no, it wouldn't be a U though.
Could this
I
just
don't
be
know.
an N?
You know what? Then or than I
think-
bet you it is.
I think this is an H.
I'm not sure what you're pointing at, but I trust you on that. Oh yeah.
That.
I don't.
Maybe.
Oh, but what's interesting is look at the word in the far lower left.
Oh, that wouldn't be then. So yeah, this letter is in both words in different places.
But is there any word that's T blank HT?
No, can't be.
So then is there TA blank blank?
Because
Tart?
of so I think this is an A, and let's try this. So if we say this is an A,
I wonder if you just click on the letter in the message. Okay.
no, it doesn't work.
Ah.
Together,
Oh, yes. Oh, very
Um,
much so. That E is definitely right.
yeah.
So that's the first letter in the pseudo alphabet.
So this is G. Where is it? These symbols.
And when you fill in that
Take-
R, which by the
Great.
way is the last letter of the top row.
Wait, this one?
Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
R.
Yeah.
And look what's at the top there.
Danger. Pierre.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense, my guess.
What did you say? What did you think?
Guerre, as in French for war.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we're in Paris.
This is conveniently in English, so.
Yeah, that's a little weird, actually, but I'm not going to quit.
Urgent. Or Argent. Could be
Ooh.
silver. No, it's not. It's not, because I already got A. To wait.
Can you urgently wait? Arno is a
Well,
word. Is
I
that
mean,
a name?
it's Arno.
Is Arno a name? I'm assuming it's Arno,
Arno
and someone.
Yeah. Arno and
Canada. No.
Canada. Both dead. Those are the two businessmen.
Oh yeah, I forget what the names were though.
This is
Yes, you're right. This is.
ass.
This is not a coincidence.
This is not a coincidence. Yeah, coinky dink. So we got.
Top row. Just right there. You
It seems.
go. All of us,
Yeah, that's an L. Yeah.
and then an F for the next one.
Yeah. F. In.
Full report to follow, but this is too
Take-
urgent to wait.
Take great care. In. Who came together in.
Well, let's go proximation. Volley July.
Oh. Oh, it's a time. I was thinking of a place.
Yeah, me
So
too.
that's
But well, I
Yamada.
didn't know what it was.
So Yamada's
Oh.
the Japanese guy then. Arno's the Italian guy.
Which means we have only one unknown letter, and we have no way of knowing what the.
It's. Yeah, who's. Is it
Because we
an
don't know who
initial?
this is.
It could be-
Well, I assume it's initial. Yeah.
Well, let me write this down. Q, V, X, or Z.
Hmm?
I'm going to write down Q, V, X, or Z somewhere.
I'm still confused.
Because this last letter is Q, V, X, or Z. Z.
Oh, okay.
This is-
So it's Ked, Ved, Xed, or Zed. Okay.
Okay. So that's going to be like the initial of the person who wrote this.
I still like how you and Ashley are the only two who tolerate that.
It's not my fault you grew up Canadian. Or it's not your fault.
Both are accurate. Oh, I wish we acknowledge it.
Yeah, can we just look at it again?
Probably.
Oh shit.
Are you serious? Were we supposed to just guess it?
Maybe there's information that tells us somewhere.
Yeah. Is there anything else here we can look at? Because we can easily fill this back in just a moment.
Yeah.
Like what's that just to the left of there? Oh, right, that's just that stuff.
Yeah.
One thing was.
And you
My
can't see that book below the photograph, right? Or is that the notes on you?
It's
one
yeah, it's
thing was
all one thing there.
the
All right. There was still this matter of this hole over here.
That wasn't going to help.
Hmm.
Oh.
Hmm?
Can you read that? You can't read that any of those busts, can you?
This is flag.
Well, like that little action point right below the right bust. That's just the desk, right?
This? Yeah.
Yeah, that part right there. That's the desk. Okay. It's just weird because it's not quite on the desk,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't going to.
and we can't see that. Well, the map
A
wouldn't
door
matter.
like that always... That wasn't going to...
So I think I tried everything on this already.
And what do we have in our inventory for paper? What's that little thing in the right end?
This?
No,
This.
the right there.
This is our cipher. What if...
And does it
The
comment on it or
cloth was
anything?
embroidered with an unusual symbol.
No. Sorry.
Was the cipher like? Does it comment if you just click on it?
No.
Okay,
Just this.
just that.
How are we supposed to know this
I mean,
letter?
it's like in theory you could just try several things to see if it says, "Oh, I magically know this is right," but that feels unsatisfying. In your journal, were there any other names? There's Pierre, there's Yamada, there's Arnaud. I'm assuming these are all mentioned. Sorry for being senile, but Carchon is Pierre, right?
Yeah. And this is addressed to him, so it's not him. Yeah, I don't...
And we don't know what our father's name is, right?
Do we? I think we heard it somewhere, didn't we?
I'm hoping that you weren't supposed to read the manual to get a tiny bit of information on this. It's probably easiest to go by the symbols first and then put the letters into them. So, like for example, the first symbol is an E.
Right. So that's, yeah. Great. Sorry, I'm just like clicking them as I see them.
Sure. Hey,
Hey,
Mina.
Mina.
I was seriously expecting it to be that we would fit in 25 letters and then process elimination was going to tell us the last one. I was really surprised we ended up with 4.
Mm-hmm. Q. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
I had decrypted the note. It read, Pierre. Full report to follow. But this is too urgent to wait. Arnaud and Yamada both dead. This is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July are in danger. Take great care. X. I wasn't the only one to make the connection between the costume killer
Yeah, that's
murders.
weird. I don't know.
I'd been right all along. That was why he had asked to meet me. But what did I know that he didn't?
Oh, it didn't give us anything anyways, right, because it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I had decrypted the note. Pierre, this take I...
Okay. So is there something else in this room that fits this hole? Oh,
Wait, you had to click on it again?
Don't you just
Yeah.
hate it when that happens? A photo, long lost, had fallen down the back of the drawer. It was very old, but there was no mistaking the guy in the foreground. Carchon. Behind him were soldiers, a burning village, and a corpse. The photograph was cropped on the right-hand side. Somebody else in the picture obviously didn't want to be in it anymore. I wasn't surprised. This was Africa in the 60s. An uprising was being brutally suppressed. And here was Mr. Media himself, Carchon, doing the suppressing. The photograph was not just powerful evidence. It was also my ticket to one explosive story. I had enough for a story, an amazing story that was going to make my reputation and blow Carchon's to pieces. I needed to get home fast and start typing.
oh. So we're just gonna leave that hole there.
Bonsoir, Collard.
We
Nico
probably go
and
back,
Ronnie.
I guess.
Hey, Ronnie, you cracked open the champagne yet?
Are you crazy?
What's wrong? Wait a minute. You didn't print it, did you?
Of course I didn't print.
That's the best piece I've written.
The last, as far as I'm concerned.
It's important.
It's suicidal. You can't destroy a national hero.
He deserved it.
His corpse isn't even cold.
Ronnie, 2 hours ago I told you what I'd found. You loved it. You begged me to write it up immediately.
2 hours is a long time in newspapers, Nico.
Someone's got to you, haven't they?
Listen up, Nicole, and listen good. Pierre Carchon had a lot of friends, powerful friends. For your own sake,
Forget what happened.
you got it. End of conversation. Good night.
This should have
mean,
been my big break.
We had no
I knew
actual
there was
story.
nowhere else to sell this story. If Ronnie wouldn't print it, nobody would.
We had a connection of the two businessmen being murdered with Pierre.
But the reason they're suppressing is because we're trying to take him down, and literally all we have is part of a photo.
Mm-hmm.
Bonsoir, Collard.
Mademoiselle Collard, my name is Plantard. I need to talk to you about your story. Your Pierre Carchon story.
How did you know about that?
There are people out there, madame, who will be very upset by this story.
Oh, really? Well, it's their lucky day. It's been spiked.
Yes, I know. We must meet.
We must?
I have information relating to your costume killer stories. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Café de la Chandelle Verte, Rue Alain Court. I shall be wearing a grey overcoat. You must talk to no one about this.
You can't tell me what to...
Tomorrow at 8. I'll be waiting.
People complain about newspaper articles all the time, but not usually before they're printed. I was beginning to feel scared. This guy, Plantard, could I trust him? Should I meet him or forget the whole business? I didn't have an answer.
Café de la Chantelle Verte. The next morning.
I'd only been in Paris for a week, but already I'd fallen in love with the city. My latest discovery was a little cafe, La Chandelle Verte. I was pretty sure the waitress was taking a shine to me. That old Stobart charm, I guess. Little did I know my reverie was about to be so rudely interrupted.
Uh-oh. It's him.
Nah.
It's accordion bomb. Some Disney animation. Wait,
As
are
I
we
picked myself up, I was really
now?
angry. 1 minute I'm on vacation, the next minute some clown's blown me up. I knew right away what I was going to do. I was going to find that clown and bring him to justice. Because justice matters. Justice is up there with liberty and equality and fraternity. After all, that's why I'd studied law, wasn't it? Well, that and the money, of course.
Who is that?
What?
The voice. Who does voices in this game? I don't know. It just sounded like a voice.
It definitely sounds like someone who's accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
The heck? It's like a mobile. Second.
That was very animated way to pick up the newspaper. Professeur Ostwald gagnant du prix Nobel de passage à Paris pour donner un cours. Un cours. Was it Salah Eddin? 1345?
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some
suddenly-
unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Suddenly the voice sounds terrible.
The column was devoted exclusively to rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read, Salah Eddin, 1345. The big story was about the brutal murder of a French media magnate, shot down in cold blood. The guy oozed confidence, like a regular French statesman.
Oh, this recording is so bad.
Yeah, that's not the only thing he used.
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Is that a miner in the street? How did we already know that one person was killed in the blast and we didn't go inside yet?
The sight of the dead guy's staring eyes turned my knees to jelly. I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page.
I'm also wondering. Sorry.
I'd hoped the fact that the mirror was already broken meant I'd escaped the bad luck.
I'm not sure how a gained a sub event just got called when I thought that was automatic and I don't see any sub notifications.
Huh. Yeah, I have no idea.
Weird.
I needed a
Maybe it's counting your sub from earlier, but
hated the taste of brandy.
You think that would be a resub?
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I
Wait.
drink?
Oh, that's why she didn't have the message typed up yet.
George Stobart, ma'am. You
Ah.
look like you could use a little help.
Thanks
Could
for
use
the
a little
sub,
drink.
Mina.
I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
The heck are these icons?
I can be
Is
your
it evil
devil
on the
or-
left now?
or- yeah,
Why did they flip it?
I can be your devil or your angle.
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything at all?
No.
Why is
I
this so
need a drink.
echoey?
Pour me a brandy.
Okay.
Is that straight or with ice?
Just give me the bottle with a teat on it.
I guess a little drop won't hurt.
A gulp.
That's better.
She knocked back the brandy as if it was water. I was glad I wasn't picking up the check.
Swoon?
Hey, wake up! She didn't respond. If I wanted another cappuccino, I'd have to serve myself.
What?
Hey!
Side note, so apparently this game starts investigating crimes that may or may not be directly connected to a group of people collectively responsible for war crimes and profiteering. I'm getting such Chrono Master vibes.
It was a Paris daily tabloid newspaper, full of sex, scandal, and sports results.
Oh, the 3 S's. Yeah, so, yeah, we just gave her some booze and she passed out, and guess we'll leave her now. I did not click the body.
I checked his pockets.
Legit pockets, not pulse,
The mirror is
not
smashed into a
like.
thousand. Bad luck for someone.
Yeah, his pockets. Oh.
Poor guy.
I feel like we should be seeing something from this angle. Like something ought to be backwards that we can read, or can you take up that piece of glass out from the left there or something? Like this is a weird view for someone to have drawn.
Yeah, it is.
He was pretty mashed up.
Pretty mashed
Any of those
up.
pieces? No, I don't think you've hovered over the right corner. Okay, all right. Huh. This is so weird.
Pretty mashed up.
Yeah, this is a really weird view.
I checked his...
Yeah. There's nothing else in here. Wait. Hi ho, hi ho. Oh shit.
Hold it, right there.
Whoa, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind.
Don't shoot, I'm an
I demand
American.
to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Mou. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche. What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Mou?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead.
Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can. Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Gorgeous in
yeah,
here.
I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Did we? No.
No,
yes?
we did. Yeah, he walked right past us.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone
it's
else
me again.
in the cafe?
I saw an evil clown.
It's gonna sound weird, but yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon. The picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Mou?
She'll live if she survives the hangover. She doesn't remember seeing a clown, monsieur.
That's odd, don't you think, monsieur? Who am I to believe, I wonder? Eh bien, I have
Maybe the
heard
sober
enough.
person?
What do
I
you
don't-
mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened...
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Oh.
I considered straightening the...
All right.
Excuse me, mademoiselle? Hi. My name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yep, that's right. On vacation in Paris. Some vacation, huh?
The music.
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out in front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with a hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
What is that, some kind of nightclub?
Oh, no, it's a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. An eyewitness account, minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
A clown? It's him again.
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Plantard. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Well, not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
That guy is weird.
Yeah. Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Is there more?
How did Plantard get your name?
Through the newspaper, La Liberté. I'd written an article linking two unsolved murders, one in Italy, the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantard said he could supply me with more information. Somehow the clown must have known about our appointment.
Why won't you tell me about the clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know.
This is how they're standing.
And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. I'll be on soon, monsieur.
Fine. I'll see you soon.
Oh. Thought that we could ask about items or something. But nope. She did give me her number.
Sergeant Moo?
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure. I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantard.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but...
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
Go home.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say. Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
That, monsieur, is a newspaper, no?
There's a note written on it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah Eddin the clown? I don't think so. Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
See you later, Sergeant. The clown had fled into this alley, but there was no sign of him now. I was intrigued by Nico and what she could tell me about the explosion. There was nothing of interest.
This screen exists for a reason, does it not? Oh, here we go. Thought I tried that before. There's also the trash can.
The cover was too heavy and awkward to lift with my bare hands.
Okay.
The cat jump scare in a game.
Trash cans.
Oh, this trash can. Wait, I feel like things are just suddenly opening up.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
Hmm.
I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe.
Oops.
I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops.
Now we've got something for leverage?
I decided I'd had enough of...
No? Huh, maybe we come back.
That mattock would be useful.
I thought you'd
Oh,
been
yeah.
arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah, I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess. Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quelle bite. I could have knocked his block off.
What
You
is this
recognize the
voice
old man?
acting?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people. Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
No, just
yeah,
a
with
clown.
makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not
really.
in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
It's a killer
Hey,
clown from outer
Who
space.
are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
No, but you act like one, sticking your nose in where it's not wanted. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't
Yeah.
you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
Merde. I didn't think it was
Merde.
that serious. What about the waitress?
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saints.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip.
We gotta put him on a lunch break.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Okay.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding out liberals. Cha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no?
What?
What's
It's a
this?
newspaper.
Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
How old is this game?
Do me a favor, won't
That'd be
you?
like
Keep
96-ish.
an eye on my hole. I'm off to put
Keep
some
an eye
money
on my
that
hole.
nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
Oh,
96.
he gave us permission to use his tools. Have to watch him walk off before we do anything.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
Weird.
Oh, it's a phone?
Hello, Nico Coulard.
Hello? It's George.
Oh, hi.
Well, I haven't had a lot of luck.
You found nothing.
No.
Look, I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have any news, okay?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Adieu, monsieur.
See you.
Set into the huge gate was a smaller access door. The door was securely locked. It was a metal rod with a handle at one end and a short...
Okay. Let's get into that man's hole.
See, I was gonna make the joke of that. No, I'm gonna be mature for once. Silly me.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Is that a nose? Clown nose?
Oh.
Honk.
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn.
Like a nose?
It was the clown's red nose.
Why did he leave his nose behind? Look at the picture.
The nose was hollow. Printed on the inside were the words, La Risée du Monde, Paris. It was a bright red plastic nose, part of a clown's costume.
Can
We should wear it and then mock the police.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Used tissues.
It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
Why would you just pick up a soggy tissue in the sewers?
Yeah, like, why would you assume it's related to anything? Why would you want to be handling whatever moistness is in a sewer?
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Huh? What?
It was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer.
Scrap of...
I'm
Oh, it's a
assuming
clown
is it from the
material.
clown?
I think
It's a
maybe
clown
his...
material.
Yeah, I think his costume got snagged on this or something. I thought I was clicking the ladder. It's Red Nose Day at CVS.
Hi there.
Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back, and now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He
Show the
planted a
nose.
bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu, that is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu. Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Then why would we tell you about
I'm
him?
just a tourist.
Most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
Do you recognize this material?
For some reason,
I am not.
we can click that again, but not the nose.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal.
Oh, so he
type.
did catch him?
Just like you.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find
Don't
the guy
you like the waitress?
responsible.
We all like the
I'll
waitress.
find him.
I like
Even
the
if it means
waitress.
following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Bravo! Ah, you need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Well, I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
I used this.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
Just as I thought. You were up to no good down those sewers, weren't you?
One slip and I would have been up to my neck.
I'm assuming the reason you can choose the fabric again is so we can somehow get him to believe that we're on the level. We might get information about it.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
Mm-hmm. What is this?
Are we
Inspector
pretending to be an
Augustin
inspector?
Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide, I think.
Hominoid division.
Mm-hmm. Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied.
There
to
we
you,
go.
And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
I should just carry a bunch of other people's business cards in my pocket and show them to people to make them think that's who I am.
It's a little weird that you're not even trying to fake the accent.
Right. Show him the wet tissue.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone had emptied their nostrils into it.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
Ah, that is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no. He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
Hmm.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Yourself?
Is that a euphemism?
Could be. But I mean, don't most people cut their own toenails?
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Maybe he just goes and gets a pedicure.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged
A
to
baby.
his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Wasn't it implied that they apprehended him?
Would have it? Well, I assume the guy got away.
That's what I had assumed too, but then he said something about apprehending him.
Well, yeah, because he basically caught the guy coming out. The guy fought back and thought he was going to get the upper hand, but this guy apparently succeeded in just not being dead, and he's counting that as a victory.
But that's not apprehending him.
Yeah, he's a bit full of himself.
Okay.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring.
When did this happen?
The tailor's name inside on the label.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck.
Wow.
So what's the tailor's name, dingus?
Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
I found
Do
this piece
tell
of
me.
evidence. I'm going to give it to a
Changed
Romani
out of the
seamstress.
brown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
Ah, it was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
So, do we write that number down?
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep
But I
a
think
little easier.
last time we used the phone, it
I
automatically
was
did
only
it for
doing my
us.
duty, monsieur.
That's
Good luck,
what I'm hoping
Inspector.
for.
Yeah.
I hope you catch that killer soon.
Oh, this is the other side of that door. I see.
So the cloud had escaped
Yeah.
into the sewer, come up into the courtyard, and then slipped back into the street.
Back to bad
It wasn't
recording
much, but it was more than the cops.
and loud music.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
And the American way.
Thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
Faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la
clown?
Chandelle Vert?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
It's so ridiculous. Like, we're calling it because of a jacket. Why not just ask about the jacket? Also, it's not frozen, is it?
I think it is. But the birds are chirping.
I mean,
Thanks
is
for
it back?
nothing, Todrick.
Okay.
Oh. Weird. That was weird. Okay.
So we probably have to get some sort of more identifying information or something.
I mean...
Oh.
Todrick. Very weird.
Hello, Nico Coulard.
Hello? It's George.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come over.
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder Carchon? Why did Carchon ask for me to interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there, but who was on which side? One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
Okay. I'm just doing this because I don't want to see the book jump around.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so where's the broken sword?
I assume at the end we're gonna stab someone and then like break off the blade and then it'd be like, what? And it's gonna be really awkward because we didn't get like anywhere vital and be like, so like, hey, this hurts. And then we'd be like, sorry about that, bro.
We're gonna
Be like,
cut
bro.
off Sauron's finger.
Hmm.
The broken sword.
It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
Look at this photograph. Every time I
Ooh,
do, it
burns.
makes me laugh. Music?
No, I'm not giving up.
Can we change it?
I really do not know where we are going, but I pray to God that we are gonna get there. Stay with me, don't leave me where you going. I can't be left alone out of my own hair. I think I know exactly what you're thinking, cause I think I feel the same.
I didn't know we were gonna sit down.
Take my hand and let's do a little more walking. Walking to the moon.
Are we?
Let's go to
Okay, can we turn that off?
I wonder if we can. Okay, it's doing
My
it itself.
first Teddy. Never had a boyfriend
Teddy.
as loyal as him.
Is this where we're gonna keep our sword?
Elephants.
Oh,
L'éléphant.
elephant in a box.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
L'éléphant. Pick it.
The box was one of the few things my father left. The elephant on the lid was a perfect...
Yeah. Can we pick it? No.
Apparently not. Can we stick whatever that weird door key is in it? Or, oh yeah, let's just jam an entire elephant in there.
What, this key to the... Oh, no. The save key. So we just never opened this before?
I mean, look at how complicated that lock clearly is.
Mm-hmm.
The box was...
Anything else in here? No? Nope. Nothing else. Guess we could just leave. Did we look? We looked at that photo, yeah.
Is that camera a camera or telescope or no? It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I imagine you could use the phone to switch to dude, although I don't see any reason to.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's what that is. This Disney grandma.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there.
These look like definitely look like
Don't
different
tell
art
me.
styles.
I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Oh, just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Oh.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous.
She only has one cousin. Okay.
I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine.
Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
So like we should be able to find the bug then.
Yeah.
I doubt we can, but
Yeah, I would search for a bug if I heard that. But... Oh. What is this? Oh, it's just here. I didn't know it was going to open up like this. Oh. It's old Mario.
Hello, could I ask you some questions?
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story. Tell me, are you related to the workman I saw digging the hole?
Don't talk to me about flobage. Pah!
Okay.
He just won a fortune on the horses and he won't give me a cent.
Well, it's his money.
When he was broke, he was happy to touch me for a loan. Brothers should look after each other, he used to say. He's changed his tune, now he's brassed up.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
The heroes who pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to do my hair.
So he turns around, but I don't see why, unless we can sneak into the door behind him.
Was he guarding it?
Had removed the body, but
Oh.
nothing else looked disturbed.
There's that glass again.
Oh.
A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes.
So go get it.
So you probably have to leave the screen and then find the pipe.
Behind the table were some damaged pipes. Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence.
How'd they miss that?
Some kind of pouch. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. I was on the right track.
It seems to me that if everyone with this symbol gets killed, maybe you find a new symbol.
On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. Inside the pouch were two items: a strange metallic artifact and a letter in some kind of code.
Another cipher?
The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel in the room below the conciergerie. Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Carchon.
Yay. I like ciphers. Is it the same alphabet, though?
I would hope not.
It's not, because this was an H, and, well, I guess that could be a he.
Clearly
No.
one of those is... No, it wouldn't work.
Maybe it is he.
I want one to be like, not harpoon, but like... Oh, weird.
Is that museum? I don't know. I see letters out of non-letters sometimes. And
it's probably a name. It might even be... No, it's not Pierre.
I want to... Because maybe this is the same alphabet. And this is he. And this would be we. No?
What's interesting is one of those letters has an apostrophe in front of it. So it's probably
that?
like second last line, middle of it.
Oh, there.
It's probably an N. Like something and or in.
Oh, okay, so there's a space here, so something in something.
Yeah. Like it's like a something in new. I don't know.
We'll see. On and in. New?
Huh.
Is there like a the somewhere? Guess not.
There's not many 3-letter words. There are a
Yeah.
couple.
There's a double letter here.
Yeah, that's the first thing that stood out, because that means there's a double E or a double O. Aren't a lot of it, but oh, look to the right there. There's another double letter.
Yeah.
Huh.
So these are, I mean, it doesn't have to be vowels.
Good point.
And then here's another double. There's a lot of doubles of this.
But the first double, it probably is a vowel, because there aren't a lot of consonants you could double that would have just one letter after it.
Yeah, and what about...
Especially since it has the same letter with ahead and front. Like, there's nothing that ends in noon that has 2 letters, like up noon, noon. No, okay.
So this word here ends in 2 letters, and how often do you see 2 consonants at the end of a word? That short.
Oh, what was it? What was the last time we saw that? No, that was 3-letter words last time. Fall, mall.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Gall.
And then there's a lot of double letters of this too.
Humor me.
Mm-hmm.
Assume that double letter that you just had your cursor over is double L.
These here?
No, sorry. That one, yeah.
I mean, maybe. Fool? Hall? Balloon? No.
The top word on the right could be hollow or follow.
No, it can't.
Oh, good point.
It could be fallow.
It could be tallow. Fallen. Could be fallen.
This one doesn't have a single letter at the end.
Good point. It's probably a full name because it's just one word.
Oh, it is. Oh. Let me undo this for a second.
Sure.
It's not Pierre.
Right.
Could it be... No, it's not Cachan.
Side note, do you ever do those basically these things in the magazines like cryptofamilies, cryptograms?
Mm-hmm.
I just love those things.
What was the guy's name?
Plantard?
Plantard. P-L-A-N-T-A-R. Maybe the first word's Plantard.
Except, and not well, unless if so, then we're wrong about what the N is.
Could be. I don't know. Let's try it.
Sure. Let's.
The first word's a name, and Plantard fits.
For ha-has, let's assume that's Plantard. So let's just do that full.
Mm-hmm.
And that double that would make the L's be what I thought was an L.
Whoops. Yeah.
Ooh, you might be onto something.
And this is a vowel. This is This
vowel
fits.
vowel. So the middle of the top row.
Yeah, there it is. Wait, wasn't R the swirly before?
I don't remember. Upper right, by the way.
Yeah. Plantard. Pierre.
Wow. Good call on that. Killed.
Whoops. Where's this one? Killed. I think that was also the K. Killed. Murderer.
Murderer. Yep.
Must. I think these are the same letters as the first.
Something trail from.
from
Arno.
Arnie and Yamada. Arno and Yamada, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Must have followed. Murderer must have followed trail from Arno and Yamada.
Yeah, these are all the same letters as before.
He will... Really?
Yep.
It's interesting that it didn't just fill it in then.
Yeah, I guess they wanted us to solve it again.
He will come for us now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl. Who's Thierry?
Plantard. Pierre killed. Murderer must have followed trail from Arno and Yamada. He will come for us now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl broke into Pierre's safe. She worries me. Imelda.
Oh,
So
Thierry's our
much for
father.
Imelda's innocence.
Right.
Plantard was working for her and for Canchon. But why did Plantard want to meet? Was it a trap? Or maybe he was in too deep and needed me to tell the story, whatever the story was. One thing was clear. It was a story worth killing for.
Imelda.
So that's the one we met at the beginning, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
It's the wife.
Huh.
Cold as ice. We never finished talking to this guy.
What about my photos?
Oh, of course. How could I forget?
Well, I'm waiting. Get your camera out.
Camera.
Didn't we leave it behind?
It broke.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
They should never send a woman to do a man's job.
Well, this woman had fooled him easily enough. And found the evidence the police had missed.
Which is so weird. They only missed it because it wasn't visible from the camera angle.
Mm-hmm.
It was easily visible from theirs.
You're just incompetent. You're what the French call les
Hello?
incompetents.
Yes.
Have the police finished with the
Home
crime
Alone.
scene?
What does it look like? I got orders to board up the windows, and that's what I'm doing.
So the body's been removed?
I certainly hope so, or it'll stink to high heaven when they take down these boards.
Shouldn't you check?
Are you kidding? They don't pay me enough to put up boards, let alone check for dead bodies.
I mean, he probably doesn't really know anything.
Do you recognize this?
It looks like a kid's puzzle piece.
Where did we find that again?
It was in the
Au revoir.
cafe with the other stuff.
I like how we're never in any hurry.
Yeah.
The pipes weren't going to help my investigation.
Maybe she can notice something that he didn't.
There might have been clues down there, but I was relieved I didn't have a sewer key.
Okay.
So where is
The dude?
Guy? Yeah, I'm gonna say Guybrush. Oh, George. Okay. So where's George
I
Brush?
didn't need to call anyone.
I don't know.
The strange metal artifact I found in Plantard's pouch, I pointed back to the quayside.
Oh, it goes in the hole. Remember the hole? Goes in the hole.
Oh, right.
Do we have to do this again?
No.
The slab was too heavy for...
Really?
Really? Really?
Really?
Oh, fine.
Love putting things in holes. You've put so many things in holes in this game.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Plantard's key fitted the lock, so he must have used this place too. A photograph had been torn up.
A puzzle.
Look at this photo. Oh, no.
If I
Are they all
could
going to be
just
flipped the right
arrange
way
the
conveniently?
pieces.
Yes.
Holy crap. Why?
Oh my god. It can't be.
Oh, is this the other half of the same picture?
I think it is.
And is this Dadam's?
Daddy.
I like how she recognized instantly, even though we still have to do this.
Yeah, it was like when we put the face together.
We might as well stick the other half of his face on just because it's a little weird stuck inside. That piece just to the left of where the cursor is, or just left of his face, is, yeah, it goes on there. That piece right there. Not that one.
What?
That one right there goes on top, goes on the one to the bottom left. Oh. Sorry, that one there is what I'm talking. Nope. Why am I pointing at my screen? You can't see my screen.
Not there, there. Not
yes,
there.
Exactly.
There.
Okay. The one at the very top goes in that little gap that you just made.
This one, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And you have two of those linear pieces right beside each other that fit together, the two vertical pieces. So you see the bottom corner? It goes a centimeter to the left.
Yeah.
There.
There we go. Yeah, just move things like this goes here.
And towards the very, very leftmost piece is his collar.
Oh yeah, that's that piece. Okay. No.
And see, that piece goes there, and that one goes there, and that one. And I wonder if we can outright, obviously, you know where that goes.
There was no doubt about it. It was a
Yep.
picture of my father.
Daddy?
Papa.
Are you my
Oh,
mummy?
God.
Papa?
After what I'd gone through, I thought I could face anything, but not this. My father, the one person in the whole world who I truly admired, standing with Cachon while those murderers carried on with their evil work. My father, grinning at the camera. I couldn't believe it.
There's literally no context for that photo.
I realized that I desperately needed to get to the bottom
Yeah.
of this story, and that I really needed George.
Oh, we're done. Okay, I thought there might be something else in there.
Well, someone has to blow up her home. We have to be there to see it. Or is it going to be a fire?
Later that afternoon. Oh. All right.
We're not going to talk to her first?
Oh. Ah, I can't get out of it.
No worries.
I pushed against the door.
Oh, good. It's locked. Give me your
Oh, hi.
knitting needles.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
Oh, yes, please do.
No, thanks.
I'm very good. It only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to. Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across the street.
I tried the door, but it's locked.
You know, I've told the landlord about that 1,000,000 times. It is a damp. The old building is like a sponge. It sucks up the moisture from God knows where.
You mean the door is stuck because it's swollen?
That is correct. There is an art to opening it. Don't shove too hard. Just give it a gentle nudge above the log.
Thanks for the advice.
Her seat? I don't think she's sit on a seat. The clown nose.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
Oh, we can get a fortune
What
reading.
can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
Oh yeah.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man. Tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Mademoiselle Collard?
No, monsieur.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
I think I knew that.
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity?
I don't want to give her the wrong idea.
Do you have any good flowers?
What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Erectile dysfunction.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat. I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
Oh, so we already knew that?
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people,
She's the next
I have
victim.
No problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
How would it fit in a
See you later.
That's right,
dentist tool? Putting my teeth on that. Legally distinct.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Hi.
Bonjour.
Hi.
I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George. Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop the story. Can you believe it?
But you're not going to do that.
Oh no.
I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
I'd like to point out that she was in such a rush to publish, she was literally 1 day from finding out twice as much information. That also meant she had a massive conflict of interest.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't think she's a very good journalist.
Hmm.
Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera. I was 8, and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend. I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arnaud Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown.
I had been about to add mine to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement with Cachon.
You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you this, I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance for a big break.
Or an early death.
Check out this manhole cover opener.
I really want to know what she says about the tissue, because why the heck are we holding this thing?
Just slap it on the desk.
Down the sewer.
That's disgusting, George.
No.
Screw
I
it.
think the
I'm
stuff
not putting my
it is
lips on that.
paint, like actors use.
Oh, it's got
for
grease paint on it.
clowns.
It's
Oh.
disgusting. Get rid of it.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Honk.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume. I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed a film I shot at the cafe. Here, George. It's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material
That's
as I
him.
found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
A scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
Or a croissant.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but...
Ninja Turtles down there.
I had a job to do. I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
So this is a neat game, but it feels more like
Oh, hi.
interactive fiction than a puzzle game.
Bonjour,
It kind of does,
monsieur.
yeah.
How's your girlfriend?
It's good
not my
interactive fiction.
girlfriend.
Maybe not yet, but I see your paths entwined in the future.
I doubt it. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Oh, what a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur.
Big gulps, huh?
You will.
What the heck is that? See you later. That's right, you will.
That's where we're going. That's a skeleton riding a unicorn.
Oh, geez, did not
With
see that.
a flamingo on the scythe. Or on the head. Puppets. Oh, I didn't even see this guy here. Let me just talk to dude.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave
Excuse
the
me.
mundane world behind, for in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
Can you perhaps not speak in a bad French accent?
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
I feel it's going to be a recurring theme, to be honest.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Hired a clown costume?
Yeah.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
It's
Well,
a
then I'd
sentient
like to
clown
check your
costume.
records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
How many people... How many costumes
You
were
want this
missing a
red
nose?
back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Really?
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
Let me sniff your tissue.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Oh, he knows the
Theatrical grease paint,
smell of
right?
the grease
Oui,
paint.
monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
2 cans.
To
Do you
whom?
recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning. That is the man to whom I sold the grease paint. I remember the scar on his face. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown
Oh,
and
Pixie.
Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Seamus the
Very
pixie?
smart. Green
Oh,
silk
it's a
with
leprechaun.
a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
He's a leprechaun. It's the next murder. He's gonna be a leprechaun.
What does
Monsieur
this tool
Khan.
mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Leprechaun.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
Oh.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien,
I thought this was
it
just
is
a
yours
costume
to
shop. It's like a
keep.
novelty and costume shop.
Do I need
I
a
don't know.
license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Wait, switch what off?
we got a shocky joy buzzer.
Oh, cool.
Oui, monsieur.
Do you want this buzzer back?
I wanted to shake his hand.
Keep it.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur.
Cool. Let's go give Nicole a handshake. All right, so we can't go back there. Interesting. Where do we want to go? Back in Nico's apartment.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
The guy at the novelty
Oh.
shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag. A practical joke.
You're supposed to
If you
not
ever use it
reveal
on me,
it.
I'll break your arm.
Okay, okay.
Well,
I get the
I
picture.
like how we're pretending to find it so hilarious when we did not find it hilarious used on us.
yeah.
I have to go.
Okay.
All right. I just wanted to tell you about my new buzzer. Oh, we've got to use it on her.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Would you like to shake my hand?
No, I wouldn't. I can see the future, remember?
Would you like to shake my hand?
No.
Okay.
See you later.
That's
So she's saying this right. Well, she's predicting that you're gonna meet again as you lie bleeding out, and she stands over you because she's really the killer. It's a very good costume. Oh, we have to shock him.
Hi there. Remember me?
Ah, mais oui, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the evidence.
Rather you than me, monsieur. So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
I take a lot of showers.
Oh, very good, monsieur. A policeman with a sense of humor.
I wanted to shock him.
Hi there. Remember me?
Huh?
Who?
The man.
I'm...
Oh,
I take...
boo earns.
It's completely boarded up now. I don't think we need to be here.
So we know what the next costume is.
Yes.
I don't see how this helps us.
Maybe we tell the police something? I don't know.
That would sort of make sense.
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
The man I'm looking for.
Oh yeah, we got a name.
Khan. He bought a suit from you.
Khan!
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number.
Sit,
was
Ubu, sit.
Upstairs.
Good boy.
The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
His name was Man. Con Man. Is
Should have realized not to trust him.
Is that graffiti on the desk?
I can't tell.
It was just some police paperwork, a search warrant.
This
Excuse
guy.
me, Sergeant.
What do you want now?
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his right cheek.
Is this
No, monsieur.
cheek? It's
Has
not his
this
cheek.
man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
It's like around his eye.
I believe.
Yeah, it's on his
Khan
temple,
was
but
the
we're
name
calling
he
it cheek.
used when he hired the clown costume. Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yay.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobart. My mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was
Did
trying
not
to
ask.
impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
But
I've been taken off the case.
what about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
Huh.
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobard.
All right, no more chasing clowns. I wonder if we can
So
go find a
long,
leprechaun.
Inspector.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Oh,
Would you
shock
like to
shock
shake
him.
my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taking off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
See you later, Sergeant.
Ubu.
Wow, that guy is a character. Well, there's two of them there. Jeez.
Yeah,
They're just a bit cartoonish.
I mean, from cartoons, I can say they don't look very, nice.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Right in the kisser. Pal, right in the
You ever
kisser.
meet a guy called
Pal, right in the
Plantar?
kisser.
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's. Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
Shake my hand.
Nah.
Oh, rats. Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No, I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. No, I don't.
If it was a trick question, what would your answer be?
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
Nope.
Do you recognize this tissue? Think carefully now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
Ooh.
Time's up, so I'll tell you. It's a used tissue with a liberal dump of Bestheimer's number 12.
If you say so.
Maybe not.
It also may not have originally been in English.
See you later.
Not if you see me first.
Sure.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Yeah.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
So this
Have
is
you heard of a
Waluigi,
guy
right?
called Plantar?
Wow.
That name means nothing to me.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you, I don't know it.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
I do.
On this tissue.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick. Very sick.
He's not wrong.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No, I never saw it.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello.
Well,
What can I do for
hello.
you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment, I thought. But never mind.
Oh.
Aren't you going to tell me your name?
I'm not
George.
putting my lips on
George
that.
Stowbar,
Was that a
ma'am.
gay joke?
I
Well,
once had a stable boy called
Sort of.
George.
She's
I
disappointed
am
that you
Lady
might be gay.
Pierrot.
Yeah.
The common reaction
That's what I meant.
is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That
This
doesn't
is one
necessarily
horny
make
lady.
them gangsters.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on
Oh,
the
jeez.
tip of my tongue.
Oh,
I believe what you're
jeez.
thinking of is dick.
Precisely.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
A wizard?
I just couldn't bring myself to use the buzzer on this dear lady.
I think she might like it.
Maybe.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him!
Oh, no.
That's Merlin.
She represented everything I loved.
Wait, was he
about the
dressed as a
English.
wizard at the time?
lad was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantow's briefcase. Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't.
Darling!
Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would. Does this tissue mean anything to you?
I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
Okay.
Do you know what this is?
At a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Ah, Mr. Merlin, perchance.
That's him. Can you think of any use for this tool, ma'am?
Oh, I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
I feel like she's definitely the one to ask for how to use a tool.
Yeah. For getting into a manhole.
Seriously, Lisa Larry wasn't as horny.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
Try to be less American.
Yeah.
Had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have. Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there. Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective. What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Was it the last one on their thing?
I can't click it.
Apparently it's the second one based on the little icon.
There was a
The door
phone that wasn't
was
there.
locked.
I couldn't click the phone.
If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room. The sign on the door read 22. The door was locked.
Well, guess we go home now.
I mean, you could probably pry the door open with that thingy. Or you could grease open
sign
the
on the
lock
door
with
read-
the... It's not actually a thing.
The door.
You could zap it through, melt the...
So we can't knock? We
So,
can't...
there's supposed to be a clerk to talk to.
Yeah.
The door was locked.
If we had some blue, we could use our strength. Oh, yeah. Guess the screen didn't scroll all
Oh,
the way over.
there's a key up there.
Yep.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Yoink.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You were
We
trying to
electrocute
steal
him
that
and then
key,
steal the key.
no?
Yes.
No way. I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. Do you know a man named Plantar?
No, monsieur.
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah,
Oh, that
oui,
was a
monsieur.
safe.
May I see some
Yeah, I
form
had no
of
idea.
identification?
I thought that was a
like what?
musical note on it.
Driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
Maybe we can
I'm
find this
sorry.
dude's ID in his
I must
room.
insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats. About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
Oh, are we gonna
No.
go through the window or
The
something?
guests checked out this morning.
Ah, maybe we can check out the room.
I'd like to check into room 21.
Like, I assumed.
That is not possible.
How come?
Reserved?
You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
We know
No,
he
We know it's
monsieur.
Merlin.
Perhaps you would care to check the register.
I already did.
Alors, you know I am telling the truth. May Saint Armand strike me down if I lie.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his right cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man
Oh,
named
We
Khan.
know
Maybe
his
not,
name.
But I noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar.
How you doing, Arville?
Hey, Anvil.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not.
Aww.
monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
It's Merlin, isn't it? Alias Khan, the clown.
I told you, I cannot tell you that.
So we whip the greasy tissue in his face, and while he's throwing up, because that's just plain gross, we steal the key, and then we kick him in the butt.
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
As you wish, monsieur. Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Oh, can we have a
Nah, it's
plastic
fine the
bag?
way it is.
No.
But we could reuse the baggie for our drugs.
Yeah.
What do you
We're
make
gonna
of this
we're gonna come
tool?
across a big pile of cocaine later and have
Funny,
nowhere to
monsieur.
put it other than our
I
noses.
bet you handle it like a
Well,
professional.
I guess that's what we're doing.
Yep.
We can put it in our clown noses.
Do you
Oh.
recognize this red nose?
No, monsieur.
Oh, right. That's a thing now.
Yep. Maybe we can talk to the... Maybe she's the guest of room 21. Or the... No. Because she's already in, right?
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
This voice is ridiculous.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow
Oh.
a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act,
yes.
darling?
Oh no, it's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape. Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick. I say, you there, flunky.
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewellery for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Look at his walk.
Over to you, my dear.
Yoink.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
So we bash our way through the walls like the Kool-Aid Man.
We have to get the Kool-Aid Man costume.
The
There was nothing in the wardrobe.
costume versus costume.
apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
So he's using a lot of Vicks.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Why does everything smell like something? Ah.
Put my nostril on that.
This is what I thought we were gonna do.
Time to find out if we're gonna get a death counter.
I somehow
You know you
found
want to. You want to try walking off the edge. You know you want to.
I don't think I can. Shower onions.
What does this pillow smell like?
The assassin had
Mince.
been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed. The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits. It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died. I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
So many costumes.
No.
Really? No.
Um,
Wait, yeah, there's two things there. Okay.
it's just hard to click. Can I get the other one?
So I'm guessing the left one is for opening it and the right one is for inspecting. Or it's just be... Is there anything else we can click on in the meantime just for less monotony?
The door.
It was Khan.
Oh.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
What did he... Oh, those keys. It looked really floppy. Like a balloon or something. But it was keys.
As Khan opened the wardrobe, I was sure I was dead. But he grabbed his pants quickly and didn't even see me. I didn't usually spy on men getting changed.
But in this occasion...
But this guy was a killer, and I didn't want any surprises. He left his checkered pants on the bed.
Came up, changed his pants.
I'm assuming the lady found him again.
Wait, they're covered in stuff. Like sewer stuff?
What's with the stitching?
Whoa, that was cool. The stitching?
Well, on the other side there was like stitching, but might as well check his pockets.
I turned the pants over again.
Where?
Well,
Oh,
look
here.
at the
Oh.
camera.
The strip
Yeah.
along the side seam of the pants had been unpicked, then sewn back up with strong thread and a special stitch.
Oh. It's like in Beavis and Butthead Do America. There's a device.
I had that kind of feeling you only get from searching still warm pants. There was nothing in the pocket. A strip along the side, then sewn.
Can we... No.
I turned the pants over. I found an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. But as I pulled it from the pocket, a strong thread came with it. A thread with a metal tag on the end.
Oh.
I found nothing in the pocket.
So I'm assuming this is on the other side.
Yeah.
I pulled on the metal tag and the thread came out of the pants. It was like pulling out a ripcord.
Interesting.
Now if we flip it back over.
It's puzzle pants.
I turned the pants over again. I searched the pocket gingerly and found a pass card. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom. It read, the matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Alamut.
Club Element. Club Element. Okay.
See, we should have taken a dump in his pillow just to confuse him when he gets back.
Yep. I guess we're done here then?
I would think so. We probably have to go to Club Alamut and see if we can use that card somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Or get her to play another song.
I don't think she will.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George.
Hello.
What can I do for you now?
So this is Mrs. Doubtfire, right?
I found
me?
this matchbook
What I'm doing?
in
Yeah.
Merlin's bedroom.
Well, I
It
meant her,
came
but
from
yes.
Club Alamut.
Discord keeps
It
cutting
might
you
be
off when you
useful
ever
to
do
find
that.
out if
Does
that
it?
club
But
is in
so I'm just
Paris.
assuming what you're doing.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces.
No, I think he only has one. Just puts makeup on it.
This is the key to room 21.
That's next to the room taken by that rotten Merlin, isn't it?
Yes, and it's vacant.
Really? How convenient.
Maybe it was my imagination, but I had an uncomfortable feeling about this situation. Yeah.
Do you want to
Did I
check
show
out
you
that
this
room?
photograph?
Yes, darling.
Are we gonna return the key? Sorry, I borrowed this.
What now, monsieur?
Do you recognize this key?
That is the property of the Hotel Ubu.
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little ook to your pocket?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist. If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not spécialement. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct your little investigation, I won't stop you.
Oh. Alright.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer.
It's
I
mine
want
now.
to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible.
He's the
I cannot
Merlin
betray his
Merlander.
confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that. A murderer? Are you sure?
Positive.
So we may or may not be able to eventually come back to check out his
Hello
stuff.
again. Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
Indeed it does, for Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You do not know him?
No, I don't. Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem. If you cooperate.
Uh-oh.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
So they may be waiting for whatever that package is he had.
Oh. Didn't expect to be in an alley.
Yeah, I don't see anything here.
Weird.
Yeah, Arvel, very Waluigi-ish. Waluigi-ish? Very wah.
So can we not leave?
Oh, you can just leave off the far left, right?
No.
Oh. Bottom then.
No.
No?
Nope. I thought this was gonna make us leave, but it doesn't. Maybe we're just not done here? Maybe we're supposed to find something else in the room?
Maybe?
Something that they're supposed to find in the search? Does she have a mustachio? The lady who sells flowers and tells fortunes.
Still nothing else in that nightstand, right?
Said something about being smart not to leave evidence or something. I don't know.
Right.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence. There was nothing else in the pockets of...
Huh.
Since we know he's going to come back, the smart thing would just be to climb up onto the canopy there and carefully support himself on the frame. When he goes to sleep, bust down through, stomp on his ribs, jump up and down a few times, like, hey. He needs some hospital care, but you know, just saying.
Yeah.
Like if you know he's going to be sleeping there, it's literally just a matter of impatience. Oh yeah. Wait, no, that's not helpful. How do we leave? I think we have to jump down.
I think this is the same alleyway.
Yeah. I think we should drop down.
I don't think we can.
I think we should hack the game so you can drop down. We should call room service.
There was nothing in the war.
Okay.
Oh, we can't.
Maybe we just talk to the henchmen some more.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Hold it, sir.
It's interesting that they just search us every time we leave, though.
It implies that we're supposed to be finding something that they take off of you.
Yeah.
Get lost.
Oh yeah? What if I called?
First, I break your arm. Then, when you recover consciousness, I break your fingers.
There's just one flaw
Let's watch
in
dudes
your
change
plan,
more.
Meat man.
What's that?
It's broad daylight. I don't think even you would assault me on a busy street. Of course, this tranquil square at the end of a cul-de-sac. This isolated corner of Paris that hasn't seen a street sweeper's brush since VE Day. This would be just about perfect for a mugging. Pardon me, I'm about to get very lost.
What are we?
Hey,
We're
Shorty,
muggers?
I didn't think much of your trick, little man.
What do I do?
don't know,
Let's
look at
mug
you.
'em.
I picked on the wrong guy. Maybe you'll spread the word around the sewers. George Stobart is on the case. That's Stobart. 2 B's and 2 T's. It sounded impressive to me, but the weasel didn't seem to share my enthusiasm. Still, I figured he'd think twice before gunning me down in the street in cold blood.
I do not like your tone.
Oh yeah? And what are you gonna do about it?
If you do not go away, I will gun you down in cold blood, right here in the street, without thinking twice about it.
Hey, Shorty! Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
It is just a matchbook. Why should I recognize?
Do you know a guy called Merlin?
No.
No, sir. I didn't like it.
What does this key mean to you?
Nothing.
What does the name Merlin mean to you?
Nothing.
Not even if I say it in an evil, criminally insane kind of way? Merlin. Thomas Merlin.
Nothing at all.
What the heck?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Nah,
See you later.
not if you...
I feel like there's got to be something going on in his room. Like, literally, we went in there just to get his... Okay, so we got his card.
Or the safe here. He's got a safe or something, right?
Yeah, well, I assume that they want what's in his safe. Now, I don't know if it
What
means that we
now?
can't leave
I'm
until we get
here.
that,
No, it
or
has.
if we have to do
Are
something
you-
and
I
come
want-
back.
I suggest you contact...
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on
Oh.
in the streets of Paris is
this
hardly
new
my
dialogue?
responsibility.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur? Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
The phone's
I
not
don't
there,
know.
Mina. It's...
I don't think they did either. Did I show you this pass?
Oui, monsieur.
It's not there.
But what if we try using... Oh, wait, no, it wasn't there. So the question is, do we come back, which means we somehow have to find a way to leave, Or is there something else we can do in his room? Because it is a little weird that all we got was a card that we
Hello
can't
again.
use.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, the card was well hidden, so it's
Do you
plausible that we're
recognize
just
this
there for
key?
that.
No, I do not.
And we showed both of them the card. Oh, wait, we don't have it here.
This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
What does this clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
What about the mimes? Did you get them too?
All gone. Our streets are mime-free.
Sounds like heaven. Does this goo-smeared tissue mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Have you any idea what this tool might be used for?
I cannot guess.
Would it mean anything if I told you it was for lifting drain covers?
Such technology fills me with wonder.
Goo smeared.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Her name or her voice is never gonna not be funny to me.
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts.
Jeez.
Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers.
Ah,
But
here
he
we go.
wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
There we go. We just got to get her to do everything for us.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot
I am
him.
above the law.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
All right.
You know, I haven't
I
enjoyed
kind of
myself
like
as
the
much as
solution.
Freedom Common.
I
So
don't know
now-
what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
So we had to get searched and then come back in for this to happen, I think, which means we know they're going to search us,
Le manuscrit
which
de
means
Monsieur Merlin.
we got to put the package in our butt.
Thanks.
How satisfying.
Yes.
An Anglo-American alliance
No, I know what to
that
do.
actually
We throw it
works.
out the window and we go in the back
Clerk
alley to
gave
get
me
out.
a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
That's what the alley's for.
No, I'm pretty sure it goes in your butt though.
I mean, we could also just put it in our butt and jump out the window.
It was
Yes.
the ancient manuscript which Khan had
That will
stolen
keep it
from
safe.
Trentau. It was the ancient manuscript which Khan had.
Okay. Ancient manuscript. Eh?
I mean, I imagine they have to steal it is the actual answer, but I still like the idea of trying to do
Oh.
this.
I mean, it just seems like the right thing to do. Yeah.
I knew
Oh,
there
wow.
was no way to treat an ancient manuscript,
Oh.
but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
The way he throws it, like, down, though, like, wasn't very gentle.
Well, I mean, considering our plan B was to shove it up her butt.
Yeah, that's probably worse for it.
Although to gently shove it up her butt.
hmm
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Why?
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed.
And check his butt this time.
I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out. Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, Josh.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the Ubu.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantar?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of 2 knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Eunice de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies.
The music.
The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Whoa.
Jeez.
That was abrupt.
The treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
The place that they're probably going to be breaking into soon? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're definitely going to break in.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Oh. Oh, they're going to play it again. Oh no, we can just look at it.
Oh,
There's
we can
a
get
woman
comments
looking
and
at
things.
her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
Oh, I didn't see it as faces.
Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
I did.
A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on
I've
the
never seen
scroll
it.
beside the knight.
Oh.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinum mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
But
Man,
usually
you're
you only
touchy.
learn the Latin that's relevant
Tell
to
me that
the
again.
Latinized phrases.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a...
Oh, it's Loom Guy.
Loom!
Or a duvet cover? It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live
Does that
in
count as a
barrels?
reference to another game or game company?
It doesn't.
I know, I just had to. All right, so jewel on a tripod, loom, mirror, and what was the point of the lower left one? It was something bullish. I don't care.
Oh, the top left was the bull.
Oh wait, so what was the bottom left again?
It's got a crystal
knight
ball.
with a crystal ball. The
Right,
knight's
crystal ball.
scroll bears a
In the
phrase
Latin.
in Latin.
Yeah.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
I remember none of
Let's
my
face
Latin.
it, we need help, George.
Oh,
Someone who
that
knows
was
about these
abrupt.
things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Lobino.
Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krone Museum. I'll give you the address.
Is there a reason that she can't go since she knows him?
No reason.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone. A guy in my final year, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Tell me more about your family.
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma. They were the best times, warm and safe in their tiny cottage. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his groaning. He put the lid back on his tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. With his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
What are you doing?
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking?
Why are we
I
being so
found this
passive
map
aggressive?
book in the killer's hotel room.
I don't know.
It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue. A name or an address? That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I found this in the killer's room.
His other alias.
What is it? A credit
Merlin.
card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
Okay. This is just gonna make us look at it again.
Let's take another look at...
Alright, there's nothing else here. Okay. How do we leave? Last time it just did it on its own.
It might just be after a certain number of seconds.
Maybe. Weird that you can't leave if you wanted to. Escape?
I mean, I guess it'd be a little weird to say, hey, you should look at this scroll. Nah, actually, I'm not interested.
I mean, kind of do that all the time in these games. There we go. That's weird.
I have to go.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobino at the Krone Museum.
Oh, by the way. Oh.
Hmm?
It's past midnight.
Whoops.
What's wrong?
I hit enter to save and it made the window smaller for no reason.
What? Oh, on Discord it looks the same. What the heck?
I don't know why it did that. But yeah, we'll just close out. Yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. Yeah. I'm actually kind of tired. Which is a good thing. Alright, we're gonna raid somebody. Let's go ahead and raid Jared, like we often do. Alright, good night everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Rilo doesn't want to miss a thing.
Oh, put on a show for him. I see.